All right, happy Thursday evening, VIPs. Welcome to your Thursday evening coaching call here in the Clients Only Facebook group. Tonight we're talking about managing hunger after work. Managing hunger after work to meet your weight loss goals. What kind of tips and strategies can you use to help manage your hunger so you're not famished and dying by the end of the evening and then gorging yourself at the end of the night? We want to talk about strategies and ways to prevent that. So we're going to talk about that this evening. Hashtag live if you're on the live. Hashtag replay on the replay. Smash that like button. Smash that heart button. That'll get this video into the algorithm. It'll get the video out in front of all the other people in the group. And it would help me greatly if you could do that. Again, hashtag live. If you're on the live, hashtag replay on the replay, like or heart this video, get this video out in front of the other people. Appreciate you doing that. Again, if you have questions at any point, whether you're on the live or the replay, post them in the chat and I will circle back to that, to your question, and we'll answer that for you. So, managing your hunger after work. What's up, Yesenia? Thanks for jumping on the video here. Managing your hunger so that you're not dying and you're not famished after work. Okay, so we want to make sure that we are managing our hunger along the way. Why is that important? Why is that important? It is important because it will help you in your weight loss and your fitness so that you don't overeat. Okay, so that you don't overconsume at the end of the night when you're starving all day and then you end up gorging yourself at night. And it allows for caloric balance throughout the day. Okay, those are very important factors in being able to manage your weight and also managing your energy. It does take preparation. So that's step number one, or tip number one, is preparation. You have to prepare food for the day. You have to. It is an essential, it is a must that you understand what it is you're eating, when you're eating on a day-to-day basis. Now, there are exceptions to the rules, obviously, but we're under normal circumstances on a normal day when you're going to go to work 8 hours, 9 hours, maybe pick up the kids, maybe you're going to an after-school event and being with the kids there, and it's going to take you some time before you can actually get to your next meal. You have to have a plan in place so that you're not famished and you're not eating food out of convenience. You're not pulling through drive-thrus. You're not going to concession stands. You're not eating junk. We want to minimize that as much as possible. Will it happen on occasion? Sure. Will it destroy your weight loss journey or your fitness journey? Absolutely not. But if we can be prepared more times than not, we're going to see success in this area, okay? So being prepared, that means knowing in advance, having thought about that next day or that next day's events and the time frames of when you can eat. Just like your workouts, understanding the windows of when you can work out, understanding the windows when you should eat. So that's preparation. Number two, part two of preparation is having food on hand or having food prepared. Now, you don't always have to cook food, okay? But that's always going to be the best bet because you know exactly what's in the meals that you will be consuming. However, we're all busy people. I think we can agree on that. So sometimes we're going to have to rely on prepared meals that like super fit foods that we've talked about previously. Maybe it is going to a restaurant, or maybe it is going through a drive-through. One of the best things, so here's a tip for eating out in fast food. Two places that you can go to that is going to be considered fast food where you can get a relatively healthy meal is, number one, it's going to be Subway. Okay, you can get the salad with some cold cuts on that. So it's mostly vegetables, it's mostly salad, and you can get turkey on it, and that kind of thing. And so you can make get a nice hearty salad. You can also get a good sandwich there. No chips, no soda, water, some fruit. You can do that as well. You can get yourself a turkey sub. You can do something like that. You can get, I like to eat the BMT, a little bit of high sodium cold cuts. That's fine. You know, I don't eat that all often, but it is something that I will go to if I am short on time. Number 2, a place that you can go to is Chick-fil-A. If you get the grilled chicken sandwich, grilled chicken, get the sandwich. You can also add on the salad too and drink water. That's going to be another sort of fast food, relatively safe meal that you can consume if you haven't prepared any food. So you got Subway, you got the salad and a sandwich, or you can go to Chick-fil-A and get a grilled chicken sandwich with a salad. I believe they have grilled nuggets. You definitely don't want to get the regular sandwich or the regular chicken nuggets. They're fried and they're cooked in butter, so it's super high. It's calorically dense, but not nutritionally dense. And then I'm going to give you a bonus, okay? Bonus, third place that you can go to that is considered maybe fast food or drive-through. You can either go to Chipotle or Moe's and get yourself sort of a burrito bowl. Rice, beans, chicken, lots of veggies, guacamole. That's another go-to for us as well. So you got 3 options there that you can find yourself a relatively healthy meal. You can also portion control. You can eat half the sandwich, eat the whole salad. With the burrito bowls, you can eat the half the bowl and then save it for later. So those are a couple of things that you want to keep in mind when you're talking about, eating after work, but in between then and between the end of the workday and then also your dinner. So that may end up being your dinner. But those are some suggestions right there that can help you if you don't have food prepared. But you should, for the most part, be able to do that. So being prepared. Point number 3 about preparation is having food on hand. Now, it's important that if you work 8 hours, 9 hours, that you have some sort of supply in your office. And I know everybody's work situation is a little bit different. I know that having food at the desk may or may not be permitted in your workplace, but this is something that you can keep in mind, and that's something that you can implement into your work day so that you aren't going for convenience, that you have some controlled food that you know is going to be good for you. And a lot of these foods are inside the Jack's VIP Grocery Store Guide. The Jack's VIP Grocery Store Guide. Most of you should have that. I am going to post the link again in this video so that if you don't have it or if you've misplaced it, you can re-download it and take a look at it. But when it comes to having a supply of food at your desk in your workplace, you want to have things like fruit. You want to have things like protein bars. You want things like peanut butter. You want things like almonds or rice cakes or, what any of those things will do in terms of being able to get you over the hump and be able to satiate that hunger in between the end of the workday and dinner, okay? So you should have some supplies either at your desk, in your workplace, or in your car. A lot of those things can live in your car in a small little travel box. Same with water too. You should be able to have some bottled water with you in your car or wherever you go in your workplace so that you can fill up on water and help control and manage that hunger. Okay, so that's going to be step number 2 or number 3 in terms of being prepared. Okay, so make sure you consider all of these things in terms of being able to control your hunger post-work day, pre-dinner time, okay? That's going to really help you go a long way. Being hungry really isn't an excuse. In a world where food is everywhere, you shouldn't be going hungry, and you should be able to have an opportunity to make a good food choice. Okay, step number 2 in controlling your hunger post-work day is eating enough calories prior to the end of the workday. Okay, so eating enough calories prior to the workday. Are you eating breakfast? Are you having a snack in between breakfast and lunch? Are you eating lunch? Are you eating a post-lunch snack? Those are 4 opportunities where you can have calories, have some nourishment, really stabilize your blood sugar, and have an opportunity to satiate that hunger prior to the end of the workday. If you are famished by the end of the workday, you are not eating enough during the day. And you need to balance out your calories so that you're not gorging yourself at the end of the day. That does matter. You may hear some trainers say that doesn't matter, gorging yourself at the end of the day. It absolutely matters. After dinner, your activity level is the lowest that it is the entire day, right? Makes sense. You eat dinner, everybody's relaxing, everybody's winding down. Some people are reading, watching TV, whatever. And so you've gorged yourself with food. You have a ton of food sitting in your belly. Now your activity level goes down. That's a recipe for weight gain. Okay, so we want to minimize that. At night, we want to be able to have a sensible meal with appropriate portions for our weight loss goals and our fitness goals. And so making sure that we're eating enough as the day is going on, as the day goes by, is super important in terms of managing your hunger after work. Tip number 3 is focus on protein. Protein at breakfast, boiled eggs. Protein as a snack, almonds. Protein for lunch, chicken breast. Protein for your second snack. You could go with, a protein bar or a protein shake. So there are a couple of different options there, but protein is going to be the priority when it comes to the macronutrient. We talked about protein is king. Protein is king for a lot of reasons: muscle building, repair, synthesis, recovery, to get stronger, but also to satiate our hunger. It takes a long time to process protein, and so that protein will sit in your system and help you feel full, minimizing your hunger. Okay, that's what the name of the game is. So, are you prioritizing protein? Very important principle to remind yourself of when you're choosing. When you're making your food choices. Okay, so prioritize your protein throughout the day. And then finally, I believe this is number 3, I'm losing count. Water, and more water. You should be drinking a ton of water every day, not just for weight loss, just for overall health. We're about 60 to 80% made of water. Our cells need water. If you're running, right, if you are dehydrated, that can adversely affect your running performance. Why would you do that? Make running easier for yourself by staying hydrated, okay? Your performance can decrease by as much as 30 to 40% if you're dehydrated. 30 to 40%. So that means if you're dehydrated and running, your best effort is going to be about 60% of your maximum effort. But that's not good. So make running easier, stay hydrated. In terms of managing hunger post-work, right? If we're drinking enough water, that's going to keep us satiated throughout the day and after work as well. And so it only makes sense to continue to consume more water. We talk about minimum 100 ounces a day. Runners, we've talked about the water loss rate that we can calculate to get us more accurate to what our fitness needs are and the amount of water that we need to support those efforts. So if you need to calculate that, or would like me to calculate your water loss rate, we can do that for sure. Just message me and we'll get you into that so we can figure out what your water loss rate is and how much specifically you as an individual, how much water you should be consuming. Okay, so there you go. Those are your keys. Those are your tips to managing your hunger post-work. You know, if you have the kids, you're going to after-school events, you're on the go, you're having dinner later in the evening, right? Be prepared. That's number one. And we talked about a number of different ways to be prepared. Understanding your windows of time when you can eat. Number two, simple fast food places where you can get mostly clean food, where you can eat out, dine out without too much damage. Number three, having a supply at work, right, and in your car, including snacks and water. 4, prioritizing protein. And number 5, maximizing your water intake to satiate hunger, but also to help support your weight loss, fitness, and running goals. So there you go. Hopefully those keys helped you. If you have any questions about any of those, post the questions below and I will circle back there and we'll answer them for you. Manage that hunger, folks, okay? It's going to make life a lot easier, and we have the ability, like I said, we got food all around us, and we should use that to our advantage so that we are always at our best, and that means, you know, being satiated and not letting hunger manage us, okay? So I appreciate you checking out this video. Yesenia, thank you so much for jumping on the video, and we will do this again next week, and we'll talk to you soon. Enjoy your Thursday evening, folks.